This is the stained glass window homework. I'm going to show you what she's wanting, and then you're going to have to color and show all your work and color the back sheet. It says circle 3 linear equations in each box and write them over the T tables below. Complete each table with at least 3 ordered pairs with the coordinates of 10 or less that are solutions to the linear equation. Then graph these 12 linear equations on the coordinate plane provided. Write the equation neatly on each line that you graph. When you are done graphing the equation, use markers to color each section to create your stained glass window. Okay, so we've been making our tables. You have X, you have your equation, you have Y, and then we have our ordered pairs. Okay, I kind of encourage you to use this to help you with your equations. Okay, so it says at least three linear equations. Okay, so I'm just going to be not really random here. I'm going to do first one for you. Okay, so I picked x equals 8. So, and this one's kind of easy, so you may want to just use the chart since it's not really a formula, but x is going to be -8. Okay, so it says we have to at least list 3 ordered pairs. So let's say it's my x is a -8, and then you can choose anything you want for y. It can be 2, 4, 6. Okay, it could have been -2, -4, -6. It doesn't matter because this is going to be a certain kind of line that you'll see when we graph it. And this one is going to be y equals. So y equals a -9. So if my y equals -9, just the same as this, I can pick 3 random numbers. So let's do -2, let's do 0, and let's do a +5. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and graph those on the back. Then we're going to come back and use our table for these. Okay? So my first one was -8, 2. -8 and 2. 1, 2. -8, 4. -8, 2, 3, 4. And my last one was 6. So this is a vertical line right here. You're going to draw your line. And then I'm going to write my formula. Well, x equals -8. Okay? You have to write your equation on the line. You can write it inside here, but it may be hard to read once you color it in with marker. So I'm putting mine on the outside. Okay, let's look at the other one. Y equals -9. So let's find -2. Switch colors. -2, -9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 0, -9. And 5, -9. So again, we have a horizontal line this time. And that's going to be y equals -9. Okay. And you're going to do that for the next the 2 on each column here. Okay, you have to circle 2 more and then fill in the rest. I'm just showing you how to do the first ones. We're going to use our tables again. So, like I said, I'm doing the first ones across. You can choose any 3 that you would like, but if you choose the ones I'm choosing, then you only have to choose 2 in a column by yourself. So, the formula is going to be x plus 5. Okay, I'm going to randomly choose 2, 4, 6. I'll throw a -3 in there just for the heck of it. So 2 plus 5, 4 plus 5, 6 plus 5, -3 plus 5. So this one would be 7, 9, 11, and a 2. So my ordered pairs are going to be 2, 7, 4, 9, 6, 11, -3, 2. And then you can transfer them over here to this paper. Okay, let's see, it was x plus 5. So it would be 2, 4, 6, -3, 7, 9, 11, 2. But you still must show your work on a piece of paper. And so now I can take my notebook paper and graph this line. We're going to start with x is 2, 1, 2, and we're going to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to have 4, 9. Then we're going to have 6, 11. And that kind of came off the page there. And then I threw the negative in here so I can get a plot down here. So let's go -3, 2. And I don't have a good straight edge on me. You need to get a ruler, okay? I don't have a ruler around. Let me check. Oh, yay. This will work. Because we want your lines going all the way through. I'm going to slide it down because I want it to go all the way through. Because you're making the stained glass. And remember, write your equation on the line. So x plus 5. Y equals x plus 5. Okay, so let's do the next one. So again, I'm going to make my table. You have your x. You're going to have your equation. You're going to find your y. And you're going to have your x and your y here. Okay, so I chose -x, -9. Okay, this one's kind of tricky. Okay, let's choose -2, -4, and 6. Okay. And then let's write them in. So it's a -2, 9. Remember, that becomes a positive. When I put that in there, it's going to become a positive. So a +2 and -9 becomes -7. -2, -7. So if I plug a negative, it's already a negative, and I'm going to throw in a -4 minus 9. These two negatives become a positive. So +4 and -9 would be a -5. -4, -5. And now I threw in the regular 6, so -6, -9. So I've got two negatives. Nothing cancels out. Remember your integer rules. Okay? Two negatives become a bigger negative. Two positives become a bigger positive. But when you have a negative and a positive, they're going to cancel out, and you're going to keep the sign of the larger number. But these negatives, I'm going to combine them together, and I get a -15, which is going to be off our chart again, but that's okay. So 6 and a -15. So you can transfer this on your piece of paper, but we still want to see all of your work. Whoops, this was a +6. -7, -5, and a -15. So now I can take my chart go back and graph another one. So we have a -2, -7, -2, -7, and then a -4, -5, and then we have a 6, 6, and a -15. So it's going to be way over here. It's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's just say it's right there. So we could use a smaller number here. Let's say 2. And so it'd be -2, -9. Oh, that still doesn't work. Okay, we're still off the chart. It'd be 11. So 2 and 11. So that'd be 10. So that'd be about right there. Helps a little bit maybe. Okay. So remember, I want my lines to go all the way through because I want to color everything in to make a stained glass. So I was a little bit off on there, but that's okay. And then I'm going to write my formula, y equals -x -9. Okay, I've just done 4 lines for you and 4 answers on the front. You're going to have so many lines going zigzag and everywhere, then you're just going to color your sections. Everything needs to be a separate color. No colors need to match as far as like this area and this area being the same color. Every different section needs to be colored a different color. Because if this is kind of a black and white picture of stained glass, but all these are different colors. So just make it look like a stained glass. Make sure you wrote your formula on the lines and make sure that you have shown your work on your notebook paper for at least these 2 columns. These 2, you don't need to. These 2, you need to. Okay, so now you're just left with 8 problems. If you have any questions, you can ask them on Google Classroom. We may be able to check it during our workshop, but good luck.